The Lions Tour of South Africa had everything. A massive physical battle. Sublime backplay. Tension and drama throughout. And a grandstand finish, all made for a breathtaking series which will live long in the memory. It also raised the old issue of the North-South divide, the starting point for our reflection with tour manager Gerald Davies.
I think it's restored the pride in Northern Hemisphere rugby, what the Lions have achieved down here. And I'm very pleased as manager to have had those players with me and the competitiveness and the style of play that we've had. I would also like to add that not only have they proved themselves to be fine rugby players, I think without hesitation they prove themselves to be good people. And I think that was also very important for the game of rugby football. The jersey is important. The tradition and the players who have worn jerseys in the past carry with them a great onus and history. And I think that still holds true, I think. These are athletes, they are competitors. They want to prove themselves to be the best, and therefore the Lions offers that opportunity. It is something special. There's great stresses and tensions attached to what needs to be done. In other words, that players have proved themselves to be the best in their own separate countries, and here they are, they now need to prove them to be the best with the other three countries involved. And that's a big test for any competitor, and I think perhaps even more so in the professional era, that they would like to have that opportunity. The results are important. It's the main reason why we are here, to compete with the Springboks. And if you enter a competition, a series of matches as we have done, the objective is to win. It can't be anything other than that. The minimum requirement of a Lions tour is to go to the third test to compete for the series. And I would like that to happen. And in that sense, I'm very, very disappointed that we haven't managed to do that. And I think probably we were only about 20 seconds away, I think, at the end of the second test before achieving that. Ian has made an immense contribution in much the way that he has made a major contribution wherever he's coached the team, whether at club level, at national level, and, you know, the record that he has for being with the Lions as player and coach. He's had a huge contribution to make to the tour, not only as a coach of the players, but the way that he and I believe in the spirit of the Lions. And I think that we've maintained that this time. The true tradition, the true history of the Lions is reflected in the way that we've pursued our objectives on this tour. Paul O'Connell has been a wonderful captain, a wonderful leader. He's been a giant in his own right on the rugby field and also off the field. He's managed to garner all the players around him. They respect him, they think the world of him, and he himself has managed to create a wonderful atmosphere amongst the players. The support that the Lions has is a unique one. And when people question it, look at the supporters. Do they ever question it? No. And in that respect, those people that have come out here will look on Paul O'Connell and say, hey, the Lions is alive, it's well, and it's been well led by a wonderful British and Irish Lions captain. The relationship between the spectators and the players has been exemplary, I think. Everyone that I've spoken to have travelled to follow us have said how wonderful a bunch of players they are. They've had time to talk, to accommodate the wishes of photographers and autograph hunters, and they've been very pleasant at every stage. And I said at the beginning, before the tour started, that I wanted the tour to have a smile on its face, and that I wanted the players to have a smile on their faces when they greet people, that they were guests in another country and that the whole world would be looking in on them, and they would need to create a reputation. I think that they've done that in an extraordinary way, I think. To question the Lions, I'm sure, will be something that will be an eternal question. People will always ask about the Lions. because of the fixtures, because of the itinerary, because of the demands that have been made on the players. But what I would say is this: if the flame of the Lions dies, I think something very special, something unique and something inspirational will go out of the game of rugby football.